It's certainly true that difficult people come in all varieties, but certain types are more dangerous than others. Maybe the worst type of all is the person who relies on outrageous and unpredictable behavior, acting in a way that's apparently random. The dictator keeps his minions guessing and scared. Erratic behavior is a powerful weapon because it defies prediction and keeps the victim off guard. Rages and insults are common. When I was a student, I worked in one of the world's largest and most renowned investment banks as the assistant to the assistant of a very senior banker. This man took difficult to a whole new level. Indeed, it was my opinion that he was either simply evil or dangerously insane. He ranted, he raved. He once threw a telephone at a waitress in the executive dining room. In short, he was a beast. But he was also the head of the firm's most lucrative business, and seemed able to control his behavior when clients were around. His money-making ability was such that his outrageous behavior was tolerated, but he made life a misery for every person who came into contact with him. Unpredictable behavior like this serves to confuse potential usurpers and avoid responsibility. Some might call this type of behavior irrational, but irrationality gave this guy a leg up. Erratic behavior served adaptive ends earlier in human history, and it still does. Just as a minnow might cut a zigzagging path to avoid being snapped up by a larger fish, a boss like this acts like a madman to avoid having his motives laid bare. But dealing with a person like this is extremely dangerous. Your ego tells you to stick up for yourself. While I worked at this bank, I was the most junior person of all, barely human in his eyes. I waited for him to attack me. I had quite a speech prepared in which I planned to tell him exactly what I thought of his childish and reprehensible behavior. Since I was an office temp sent by an agency, I had nothing to lose. I'd just get a new assignment and no one would blame me for telling the guy off. Everyone knew what a dreadful person he was. But most people aren't in the perversely enviable situation of having nothing to lose when faced with a person like this. An emotional response to provocation can cost you a job or a client you don't want to lose.